KI6NAZ. We are doing the YouTuber Hamfest wrap-up. We've got a couple of our creators in the room. Let's flip on over right there. Let's make this full screen. That would help. You know, that's the one thing. OBS, and most everybody used OBS for the weekend here. And it's a good app. It does a lot of things. It has a lot of features. But there are times where you will close it and then open it, and it's like it forgot that it ever existed before.
Yes, we were talking about that before you joined, actually.
Yeah, there's things that you do in the app, and it's just like, oh, you want me to do that? And it's, well, yeah, I'd love it if you did that. And it's like, that's what I told you the last time, to just forever and ever and ever do this. Like the NDI, I used NDI with Skype. And basically what happened with that is every time I did an interview with somebody, it would forget that I wanted it muted, the NDI source muted. And so I had to go in like every time and sort it out. And it was just kind of a pain. Let me make sure I'm not covering up.
Josh, your YouTuber Hamfest logo's covering up Kyle.
I'm moving it.
There you go.
I kept trying to click those. And there's another thing with OBS is when you click those little white boxes to toggle where it is, it goes crazy on you.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Oh my goodness! Yeah, well, and Sterling's we're not important enough to Sterling for him to be at home. We got to join him from the car.
He's got a chauffeur. He's heading
come home.
He's got his mask on at least, though. With him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's not on properly.
Now my parents are. I'm gonna socially distance visit with my dad. He lives in Wyoming, Wisconsin now, so he comes down every so often.
Right on.
Just to visit.
All right, so
it's
I'll
very cool
kick
you
it off.
driving along like that. It's tremendous.
It is pretty cool. I'll kick it off with we kind of talked last night. What was everybody's favorite thing from that day? I'd say let's do the same thing, but over the weekend. And it doesn't have to be like the favorite product we heard about, but favorite thing that happened. You know, whatever. Just open it up and have a fun little conversation. Kyle's my first in the upper left-hand corner, so I'll just go to him.
Oh man, you're gonna put me on the spot. So my thought yesterday was the Pactena and Bioenno. I'm trying to think of what my favorite. I really enjoyed the Steve's ARL update. I think getting more people, more youth involved, and the things I saw, that new website that they're going to launch. And Steve, I didn't know that you were working on some computer-based training or CBTs or whatever you want to call them for the ARL. So I was really impressed with that, and kudos for your time and effort to do that. That was awesome that you're putting in there.
In fact, yeah, all those videos that I launched, like, well, Ape and I were talking when I was doing it, something like 10 or 12 videos, like in a 2-day period, that I had them all spaced out. I was going to kind of throw them out. ARL said, no, I need those live now. So all of a sudden over 2 days, they were already made, but it was just like boom, boom, boom. But all my Ham Radio Basics series is all stuff tied into them.
I wish the ARL did more updates like this, where they came on and gave like a real-time update, because we get QST and we get on the air and whatever journal that we decide that we want to get on paper, but we don't get a lot of real-time information from the ARL, and it's really good to see that they are working on stuff and they are putting stuff out. And I just wish that they would do more of that on communicating to us on what they're working on, because we know that they're working on stuff. I mean, they go into work every day and they've got great ideas, and some of them come to fruition and some don't. But I just wish that they would give more updates, and we got.
I will shout out to like Rhea and a couple of the board directors. I just know Rhea because I always see her on Reddit and Twitter, but she does a really good job of that kind of real-time information. But it's in a venue that's kind of isolated. It's just like her personal Twitter or her personal Reddit account. Yeah, they do definitely need some more like YouTube activity, and it's good to see they're definitely working on it. It's just a matter of getting people up to speed. I think it'd be really cool to see like if they distribute out or farm out, like one of us can make videos for them easily, and then just like a QST article, like anybody can write a QST article as long as it follows like editorial guidelines, and then you can submit it. I wonder if that would be like a thing in the future for them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'll say that they seem to be really open. Now, granted, those are just the folks that I've talked to, but like I know Becky's been on Josh's show.
Yeah.
And they're extremely open to stuff. And I think part of it is
Did a
Yeah,
fantastic job.
if folks should give them feedback that says something along the lines of, "Hey, this is how we like to see your updates," I think we won't. I think we'll see more and more of that. So.
Yep. So that's my 2 cents on the weekend.
I think it's all evolving, right? We're kind of on the cusp of that evolution, this group in particular, right? As far as getting this communication going. And I hate to say it's baby steps, but once everybody kind of feels comfortable in the pool, then people are going to start swimming. We're just getting in the water, right, with groups like the ARRL and other people, but I think it's already good first steps. So, Frank is next to me on the top here. So, what was your favorite moment or anything from the Hamfest this weekend? Was it your grilling, Frank?
It was my grilling. It was the favorite thing from this weekend. I did an awesome job there. Too bad none of y'all could share any. But today, the SDRs were pretty cool by Katie. I really enjoyed those presentation and
SDR Play, right? Because they also were
yeah.
on Rob's stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And all the remoting Flex is doing, man, that's amazing. I'm probably gonna start playing with some of that here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of logins that people have given me to play with their HF rig, so I'll probably do that soon. One day, I'm going to get my own HF radio. Just spending a lot of money on the house right now and getting it fixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Priorities, right? Sometimes we have to have them.
I'm going to go quick shout out to Ed Whitcomb. Thank you for the super chat. Evan Hartman. Hey, Evan. Thanks for the work you did, too, on the streams. I appreciate that. Ham Radio Dude. Thank you also for the super chat. That's very nice, and I appreciate it. Oh, twice. Thank you very much. Okay. Good game. K5ATA. What was your favorite?
I really like the Pac-10 of Bioenno stuff just because I'm constantly getting more and more into the POTA thing.
Mm-hmm.
But probably my favorite little tidbit was to hear on Jason's stream today that Huntsville is going to happen, it looks like. So as soon as they said, looks like Huntsville is good to go unless, the governor or somebody says, pulls a Gandalf and said, you shall not pass,
When is that? When is that scheduled?
August. Late August.
18th-ish or something. I don't remember, but I already told my wife to put it on her calendar.
It's possible.
It's
right?
August 22nd.
Yeah.
Saturday, August 22nd. I don't know if it spills over into Friday or Sunday, but the weekend of August 22nd.
Yeah, that was my thing because that's only a couple hours away. I mean, that's close.
We should do. I mean, if that's the big Hamfest for the year, we should maybe plan something and do a happy hour and YouTubers happy hour and maybe a dinner and.
Frank can bring his grill.
Little bit of a trip for Josh and definitely for Callum and Chris, but
I would have to fly, but that's not out of the question. Let me think about it.
Well, you would have been flying to Dayton anyway.
Yeah,
well, I got one plane ticket because I canceled the Dayton.
I do have a plane ticket available.
Yeah.
Let's see. Smoking Ape. Hey, Smoking Ape was putting in the work too in the chats, doing the links and supporting as a moderator. That was super appreciated.
Was awesome.
So
that was
thank you, buddy, for that. How about what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no worries. I was just a fan watching, is what it felt like, and I enjoyed it. I liked everything. I didn't see anything that I thought was bad or boring or anything like that. But the two things I'm really into SDRs and scanning and digital stuff. So the SDR Play roadmap that came out when Rob was on, I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
To hear that they're gonna have Linux support, it's six revisions or releases away, but to me that's huge, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, what was the other thing that the DX cluster, right?
And then
cluster.
The other one is that the plugins that you're going to be able to put in, and so it's not open source, but people can write plugins that are open source that they can embed into the app, and I think it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really pumped about that. And then Kyle this morning, the remote station. I'm not going to invest in a remote station like that. I don't have any plans. Don't have any place to put it. Just the other room.
It's sure cool to see.
But man, that guy had an awesome setup, and I mean, I could have watched 5 hours of that. I forget his name. The guest exuberance when he was going over it. I'm just so excited and pumped and into it. That was my favorite stream, probably. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was.
Part of what I liked about his was it wasn't some store polish. I mean, that's his real.
It's real. It's real.
Yeah. We're out. I called it his garage, and I found that it was his boathouse, but.
he's
same
got like this
difference.
wooden crate with
Yeah,
you know,
I'm like
thousands of
that's
dollars.
that's the way
Yeah.
the rest of us out here would actually do it. It's not going to look as neat as Kyle's at his house.
Yeah, Kyle's look pretty good.
Kyle's is
Clean
solid,
install
yeah.
right there.
Nice ground system. That was my favorite part of it. Kyle's
you live in
ground
the
system.
Midwest. You burn up one radio once whenever lightning hits about 500 feet away, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Jason,
good.
Jason, what are your thoughts?
Hey, so I'm gonna turn that off. I don't want that coming through. Man, I think I'm a big fan of Flex Radio anyway, as everybody knows. I think Kyle's presentation this morning was really good. I could have watched a lot more of that myself. And I've talked to Michael both on my channel and offline about that setup. And yeah, you're right. That's the real deal. It's not some big fancy commercial system he's got there. He put all that together himself, and he's got a couple of amplifiers that are non-Flex Radio made. So he's done some interfacing with some other brands, which is really fun. I think that this morning I really did like hearing from HRO and Gigaparts both. I think they presented themselves very professionally about because they basically do the same thing in some regards.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they did a really good job of just kind of going around and telling us about unique products they had, which is always fun to hear. And somebody had mentioned, Josh, before you joined the stream, there was a few of us in the Zoom chat talking, and I think it was Sterling who brought up the question of is there a survey, which there's not. There is no survey. So we talked about maybe putting together some sort of survey and sending out there to the public saying, what did you like? What did you not like? What would you like to see next time? And kind of building the next event for the YouTubers Hamfest around that survey. So
we can definitely do that. Yeah.
I've got that rolling around in my head right now. So we'll see what happens with that, because I think that could be some really good feedback.
Yeah,
we've already got the web page, so it's easy to
right.
Somewhere.
Mm-hmm. True. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yo.
Callum. What do you think?
Well, I think
two
things for me.
Yeah.
Two things for me. The first thing is my audio okay, by the way? You can hear me.
Yeah, you sound great.
The first thing is I didn't know, unlike Jason and you, Josh, I knew nothing about Flex. So I watched, was it Mike yesterday with Josh? Who did the Flex yesterday?
I did.
That was Jason, was it?
Yeah. He was on Kyle's, same guy was on Kyle's channel this morning, and he was on my channel yesterday.
Yeah. So I watched that, and I thought that 6,500, is it? In pounds, that's about 2,500. And I thought to myself, like I need another radio,
Just think of how easy it is to remote it, Callum.
Yeah, but you see, I'm remoting my 990 really easily. So, But anyway, so that's the first thing that was a genuine eye opener, if you like, for me. But the second thing that I found amazing was the engagement with all the people on the chat. I've never seen such tremendous engagement right across the internet, actually, of humans helping us deliver this thing. That's tremendous.
It was a lot of fun. That was part of the best part about it, is just hanging out in the comments and seeing everybody asking questions and all that stuff. It was very cool.
People really involved in the hobby and following guys around. That was tremendous.
Yeah. Quick shout out, Don H. Thank you for the super chat, and Covain. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, who's next? Digital Analog Ham. How's it going?
Hi, Josh.
What did you think? Did you catch any of it? Were you able to catch some of it?
Yeah, I've been out playing radio this afternoon.
Good
I just
for
got doing APRS for the first time. That was interesting. And I caught the interview with Yasu. I found that very interesting about the new radios. Very informative.
Mike, that was from Mike. He muted though. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's cutting grass.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Hey, let me pop in real quick. I just wanted to stop in. I can't stay, but I just wanted to say I had a lot of fun this weekend, and I can't believe we actually mostly pulled it off. And thanks to all the viewers there. We really appreciate your guys' support. So that's all. I just wanted to pop in real quick. I gotta go.
Was that your mom in the background?
That was my mom in the background.
She's driving up.
Very good.
What a great way to end it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right.
Lovely.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Take care, Mike.
honking the car. Get in, let's go. Right
But
on.
his mum let him go.
That's it. Sterling, let's throw it over to you.
Hey there. This is N0 SSC Mobile. How's my audio? I'm on 5G, so pardon any kind of, cell phone.
Right.
I think my favorite part was not having to drive 6 hours or fly across the country to go to the Hamfest. It was so nice just to get up and be like, click stream and go, and just have everyone right there. The whole, I won't say it was seamless, but it was pretty much close to being seamless. The whole process of not just participating, but also watching everything. Today's, as products and as the vendors go, today's stream with Flex Radio, I was just ogling. I wanted like a zoomed in shot of Michael's remote station.
Right.
And I'm really close to Kyle, and I didn't actually know he had that going on. So well put together. So that's really giving me some inspo, if you will. And then I'll reiterate what Callum said. He took the words right out of the mouth. The community interaction in this sort of venue is never before seen in ham radio. It's been such a huge success working with all of you and then all of the community. Everybody's been pretty well behaved, and we all appreciate that immensely. And I think everyone's really, really enjoyed this. So I'm looking forward to the next, X number of years of this. So.
Yeah, I was very impressed with the remote station. That was my takeaway from this morning. Also, my takeaway, if I lived close to a Gigaparts, that would be very, very dangerous because that's actually, just radio.
Wow. I want to quit my job and start a ham radio company because we're in the black hole of ham radio. There's no ham radio store for hundreds of miles in St. Louis. We have we have Gateway Electronics, but they sell electronics. And we have a micro center, but, not close.
That was like of the things in one building, though. They even had like gold panning equipment. I was like, oh my god! If they sold fishing rods, I'd really be in trouble. Man,
Josh, I'm drivable to there, so that's
you go to Huntsville and you can visit it.
Yeah, Josh, you mentioned about the metal detection, and I noticed on Gigapart's site before, and I think even HRO that there must be some kind of relation there because a lot of those companies sell the equipment for that.
I can't think of a company.
To find all our lost connectors that we dropped.
Yeah. I can't think of a company that works in both spaces. I don't know of any metal detecting company that does that, but I don't as much anymore. But I have a couple of metal detectors, and I've found a lot of stuff with them, and they're also interesting radio devices, if you will. So I find them interesting. So that was everybody. We got through that. It was pretty easy. I think the couple of fun highlights was definitely Mike's mom calling. That was fun. Watching him in the hot seat a bit was kind of fun too.
If you guys if you guys missed the happy hour, man, that was a hoot. But all you need to know is Josh going on autotune.
Yeah.
The X Commander jingle. I put that on my channel. So if you need a new ringtone, if you need some
great
memes.
ringtone.
I'm excited to see what Callum does with that particular.
I'm coming out. I have a plan, Josh. I have a plan.
That was great.
Yeah. All in all, though, it was. God, I know it was a lot of work. It was absolutely a lot of work, but I feel like it's not. It wasn't like so painful or onerous that we'd think about it again and be like, oh, not again, or not so. It's that soon already. You know that feeling you get when that yearly event rolls around and you're like, you're looking back 3 months at it and you're like, oh man, it's coming up, here it comes. That didn't feel like that. It felt like it was just purely enjoyable, a lot of fun. So I know that everybody's going to be excited to do that again in the future, and we'll get some more people. I can guarantee that. I don't even have to wait for it to happen. I know more people are going to be involved in it in the future on all sides, I think. So that's going to be very cool. I can only expect, as we look forward to, that the software, some of the things, the tools we use are going to improve as well, and so that's going to open up more options. I know I'm already thinking about what we can do in the future of how we can use this medium in new and interesting ways to kind of convey this information, because that's always a fun part about it, is kind of pushing the envelope there. What do you guys think?
Say, watching the chat roll, several people said yes, they definitely want a survey. So
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
cool.
That's a great. Yeah, I think that was Sterling's idea. That's a great idea. So we'll. I'll get to cracking on that. There's
From Northwest Ham Shack says he wants a blooper reel.
the whole thing's a blooper reel. It's live.
I
Yeah.
was about
I
to
bet
say
if
anything
anybody can
Bob
make a
did.
blooper reel,
Yeah, this is
Some of the planning conversation blooper reels might be.
No, we'll leave those
that,
out of it.
that might be fun to put
Yeah.
together.
if anybody knows a blooper reel, it's probably JD doing all the comments. He put out the comments or commented all the timestamps on my channel, and I was blown away.
Yeah, he did mine too.
Shout
So
out to him again.
big
He's really,
shout out, man.
Cool.
really doing it.
Yeah. Very, very
Wow,
good.
that's awesome.
Hey,
I
Josh,
told him
I'm
to put
just,
a PayPal or a
sorry.
Bitcoin link.
Josh, I'm just noticing that Mino Wormspecker would like to see more European reviews. So next time we do this, rope me in tougher, if you know what I mean. And if you like, I don't know, in 3 months' time, whenever we do this again, we can get some European guys, and I can have a couple of slots on the system, if you like, Josh and Jason.
Yes, absolutely. So I think now this is just me, my perspective looking forward. I could be totally wrong here. I think that next time we're probably going to we had to turn a couple of people away kind of towards the end. We had a couple of conflicts that we were able to replace really quickly because there was people who wanted to get in that we didn't have time slots for. So with all that said, I think that next time we're probably going to find ourselves with more topics on a longer stream, maybe starting earlier, maybe going later, that kind of thing. So with the time zone always being an issue, I think if we wanted to kind of coordinate later on and say, okay, let's start at like midnight.
Yeah.
In the USA. Seriously, let's start at like midnight in the USA, which
your
is like
morning, yeah.
Your morning for you, or maybe like 2 a.m. in the USA, which is like 8 a.m. for you, something like that. And if we wanted to focus on as many different vendors or clubs or whatever over in Europe, totally. And we do like 2 or 3 hours of that, then it really would be like a worldwide event. Mm-hmm. And I think that would really expand it. I think that would be fun. One of the cool things is that Michael from Flex was on twice, but he's in Canada. So he talked a little bit about Canadian stuff up there. So it wasn't all just USA. Yeah. And man, I think that'd be a good, so we can talk about that because I think that's a great idea to expand it across time zones and across the planet.
There's a couple of DXs, heavy DXpeditioners as well.
There you go.
Nice to add their perspective as well, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a real rounded business then.
Yes. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of international YouTube channels that, that would be great. I mean, it'd be funny. Think about it like a 24-hour event.
Right.
That's
what somebody in
the
chat saying right now.
I am always floored and humbled by the number of people coming onto my live stream that are outside of the USA. Philippines, South America, Europeans, Australia, all over the place, man. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are great. I mean, I love having that representation there. So yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to do something for those folks that are, outside of the ITU region 2, as it were. At least outside of the USA. So
oh yeah,
we definitely got the European side, and then we got the whole kind of Pacific, Australasia, New Zealand end.
Yep.
And you're right, actually, a 24-hour that'd be great. Nice little
that would be
sales
awesome.
thing, isn't
Wouldn't
it?
that be cool?
24 hours of
Yeah,
ham radio.
24-hour Hamfest. That would be
Actually,
awesome.
old Raven's in the chat saying we need to do 48 hours. So.
Oh, no, 48 hours.
Old Raven better pony up and join.
Right.
I gotta mention this because I almost totally forgot, and thank you to my moderators for pointing it out. We didn't have any giveaways because we had a lot already to do this for the first time, but we're working on it. However, I got some things kicking around the shack. I put away 2 giveaways. They're on the Discord. That's the fastest way to get in on it. If you go to the link in the description for our Discord, and you go to the giveaway chat room, and you just click the little party horn. That's all you have to do. Click the party horn. We're at 115 and 137 entrants. We've got 2 ICOM QRP crew T-shirts that I'm giving away. Super rare shirts. You're not going to get them after these are gone. And then the YouTuber Hamfest MFJ mystery grab bag, as I'm calling it. I'm gonna put some fun things in a box for you and ship it out. So you've got some time. In fact, I started it a little too early. It'll probably end after we're done with this, but that's okay. You obviously don't have to be on, or we don't have to be live for anybody to win. So check that out if you're interested in it. In some swag. Yeah.
What's going on there, Jason?
I don't know if that was a wasp or a dirt dauber. I think it was a dirt dauber.
What's a dirt dauber?
It's like
Yeah,
a
I don't
black
It's like a-
wasp.
Yeah, black wasp that lives in little mud
Yeah.
things.
Texan wasp.
They're like
It's a
tweaker
Texan thing.
wasps though, because they're constantly like vibrating. And their wings are
And
constantly moving.
we've just narrowed down Smoking Abe's location to where he's not.
Not in Texas.
Yeah.
Texas
I
is
knew
a
he
big
wasn't in
place,
Texas.
though.
He is nowhere with dirt dollars.
Didn't
So.
see where that dude went, so make sure he's
we
not
have
on
them.
somewhere.
We have them in
Sheesh.
in California too. So.
Checked your
Oh.
hat. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I got a cup
Well,
of
I hit him with
coffee.
my hat, and then he went away. I don't know where he went.
Oh,
Yeah, they come
cup
into
of
they
coffee.
get there he is. They get into the shack through my antenna, my coax going
can
out
do
of the
that
shack
too.
ports. And I gotta do something about closing them out a little bit better.
Can you just use get a shot of in like expanding foam?
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be detrimental to the coax. I'm sure there's probably a recommended foam you use for that, but
Well, I'm
it
not
might be a good
finished with
idea.
the coax output in my shack, so.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I can. I got those little things that you get at Lowe's that are like the plastic cover that have the ports going in the bottom. You can go like that,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't keep anything out. They keep the rain out. That's about it. So
Very good.
dude.
Yeah. Well, as usual, coming away from a Hamfest, whether it's online or not, I've got a whole list of stuff I want to buy. I feel like this was a cheaper event, though, than it would be for me if I flew out to Hamvention for a number of reasons. Flight, hotel,
Beer.
the extra suitcase I have to buy to ship stuff back home.
Yeah.
The 300, I wasn't really that interested in it, but then after watching your segment, Josh, I'm like, I was pricing them out.
You know, full
Yeah.
disclosure, I was kind of in the same boat because I have the FTM 400 in my car, and I'm like, yeah, I love that radio for a mobile in-car radio. I think the screen is really nicely sized, and whatever. But at home, I've kind of been thinking about getting like a proper Wires X setup with a roof antenna so that I could use the 50 watts a little bit more effectively, right? For Wires X versus just a handy talkie. I was like, that's not a bad idea. And if he's, I know you can't run the HRI software on Windows, but using, as John says he does, using the All-Star node Raspberry Pi into the FTM 300, that's not bad because it's not that big.
Yeah, it looked like it'd be a fun thing to play around with for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I only have the FT70 for YSF, so I was watching that and thinking same thing. That might be a nice little radio for home. But even in the car, it would go right in where I've got this Yaesu 7900 in there. It would fit right in the exact same mount.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Murdered.
You got
Yeah.
him. Good.
Dead.
Was that?
So.
Somebody's
I
asking,
murdered.
was that a bug assault? Did you have a bug assault gun?
No,
No.
I don't have one of those. I need to get one.
So what was it?
It was a dirt dauber. Was it like a black wasp? I don't know.
Oh, David Brown in the chat says skip giveaways, go for discounts. We agree. We think we can do both. We can, I'm totally on board with that. I love when we do when we can do coupon codes and that kind of fun stuff. Again,
Right. So
these are all things where we know and we're working
Right.
on.
So well, I think the giveaway option is every Hamfest has a giveaway at the end of the Hamfest, and a lot of them have door prizes. But you guys go check out, if you didn't watch my stream with Gigaparts. Gigaparts did give a discount code for the items they displayed today. So
they were on top of it. That was
they
smart.
were.
Yeah, because they can, any vendor can do that. They don't need
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah. So
Hey,
I think that there's Steve.
Hey.
I think that first of all, JD came into my stream and put all the links in there. I just now saw that, so I pinned that post to the top. This great, awesome job from JD Williamson in the chat that's doing all those short links. but yeah, I'm gonna be putting together a survey, so we're gonna get together and talk about that, and maybe bring that up on the next. We're gonna all of us on this stream right now, plus a few more, are gonna meet for our next YouTubers Bunch recording a week from today. So, gonna talk about some. So we know figure out we haven't figured out a topic yet because we've been too busy planning this weekend. So you guys be thinking of stuff.
What did you buy after you watched the YouTubers
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
I'm buying one of those extra HRCC hoodies that you're wearing.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Ooh, that's
cool.
nice.
It was actually cold enough in my garage this morning for me to wear it, although it's getting warmer now in California, so I'm gonna have to ditch it here. But we're working on some stuff. There'll be swag updates, announcements coming out here soon. I actually, unrelated, my wife grabbed me this mug, which is also my extra logo on the mug. So.
Yeah, I saw you turning that mug to get the.
Product placement, right? I gotta make the sponsors happy.
Hey, but T.O., what's your sub count at? They were asking in the chat.
I am up to almost 800. Let me pull it up real quick. I am really happy to see that. That was fantastic.
And then Steve, number one, where are you?
I'm 30-24, something like that. I mean, it's
Yay.
30-21.
Yeah, 795 as of this morning, and only 2 bad comments. So I'm happy.
Right.
I was, we talk a lot. We talk a lot on this on our YouTubers Bunch stuff and on social media in general about all the negative comments we get. We probably should. Okay, let me rephrase. I talk a lot about the negative comments I get. I probably shouldn't focus on those so much, but I will say this: this weekend has been riddled with positive comments from everyone. Yeah, there's been a couple of negative ones here and there, but I've been very impressed by the viewership this weekend on everybody's channel. Just about all the positive comments and people thanking us for what we did. And I'll say this for the group, and somebody can disagree with me if they want to, but I don't think they will. We did this because we love doing it. We all love doing this. We love ham radio, and we love doing it on YouTube. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that we're definitely going to do it again.
Yeah, we took 500 subscribers on a 16-hour journey through the absolute mud of YouTube. I think we did.
Right.
All things considered, we pulled this thing off.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It was not easy. I'm just saying, through all the difficulties we had, I mean, Josh kept talking about Steve Goodgame yesterday, just on the fly, fixing a big major Zoom problem. I mean, I had audio problems. Mike had audio problems.
Either way,
just rolled with it. It was live. We didn't have any choice. We had to make this work.
And I got one negative comment about that, and I was like, it is what it is. We just make it work the way it can go. It's not like I can shut it down and restart it.
No, you can't really.
Jason had to do that. Jason had to shut one down and restart it.
Yeah. I think that was
the happy hour.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know if that was Streamlabs or if that was Restream. One of them, they stopped talking to one another. So, but it worked out fine. I mean, it was roll with the punches, man. Yeah, and we had some hiccups, and there was some audio issues kind of here and there, and there was a couple of video issues, I think, on one channel. But you know what? It's a live stream, man, and I said this on the happy hour last night. I'm like, how many times have you guys gone to a Hamfest and sat down at a forum presentation, and the guy presenting the presentation couldn't get his laptop to work right? He didn't have the right VGA cable or HDMI cord, or the projector didn't work, or he couldn't get his PowerPoint presentation to come up, and you just kind of roll with it. You fix it on the fly and you keep going. And that's YouTube's the same thing. So I think everyone did a fantastic job, especially those of you guys who don't stream on a normal basis. I think all of you did really well.
That was me.
And I think that's one of those things that people just don't understand with. I think I would have had to restart Streamlabs altogether, which meant it would have ended my stream.
Yes.
And they don't understand you can't end a stream and then restart that same stream. You have to. I wasn't going to go there, so.
Yes.
So I thank y'all for sticking with me through that.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. You're a little muffled, but you're making it.
Well, I'm on the telephone now because I'm in the boonies and don't have enough cell phone to have video and internet audio. But yeah, I've got a destination, so I'm going to say 73s and reiterate, this has been great. It's been awesome. I've really had a blast, and it's been an honor to work with you guys. And I'll say 73.
73.
7388.
Just go on, keep it up without me. I'll be listening.
Josh, you got an auto tune
In
73.
in the chat, they're asking for a list of the websites, the YouTube channels. I tried cutting and paste them off of one of the YouTubers bunch. I don't think they're all there, and I can't paste the URL into.
Yeah, Josh or one of the admins will have to paste because they're URLs.
Ethan's got it.
Ethan's got it. Yeah.
Appreciate that, Ethan.
Thanks,
I
Ethan.
will be back. It's raining now, and I'm going to run inside.
Raining?
Is it raining?
This is raining.
Gosh, I gotta look outside.
Space. He's in space.
The Texas rain just started.
Doesn't rain in space.
Space weather.
Space weather. It's awesome.
Where's Tabitha Skull whenever we need her?
Yeah.
Space weather woman.
No doubt. No doubt.
Tell Ethan. Well, I guess I can just tell him. You can get it off of the YouTubers bunch. Any of the videos has a list of channels.
Yeah, any of the YouTubers bunch videos on my channel.
That's it. Jason always has his up to date.
Oh yeah, that's the best way. In fact, I should go back over the videos and do that. We should probably all just post that in the videos if you haven't done that.
Because to keep the clutter down, I just put the Hamfest page and then who was following me, just to make it easier for them to find it in case they missed it. So I'll go back.
Well, and I built a playlist, which I think a couple of you other folks did too. But I have a playlist on my channel that has all the videos in order from all the channels that were all day yesterday and today.
Mm-hmm.
So I will send this to Ethan. And Josh, did you have one on your channel as well?
Which one?
Did you have Did you build a playlist on your channel?
I did. Yeah, I've actually got to go fix it for the happy hour yesterday because that drops off. But whatever.
Right. Yeah, I fixed it. I fixed that last night, so mine's up to date. But yeah, share your and all of you guys should do that. Create a playlist, put the stuff from everybody's channel, and that way people can go and watch it and they can figure out what all the different channels were on there as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll ask anybody got anything fun on their workbench, Hamfest or not related, that they're working on that they're interested in?
Well, I got a box of different vehicle antenna mounts in response to my video about how to install on my truck. So MFJ sent me a box of various mounts to try out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what works and what doesn't, and doing a video or two on some of those.
Is that what kind of antenna is it? The Tar Heel?
No, they just sent the mounts to start with. I'm looking initially just for VHF, UHF.
Oh, gotcha.
And so obviously my old ones didn't want. I don't want a mag mount. I've got this little electric tonneau cover thing over the back, so that limits me there. So they just sent several options. So it'll be interesting to see what works.
You have an antenna picked out yet, or no?
No, not yet. Well, right now I've got an MFJ dual band for that, but when I go HF, I'm gonna have to play with that. I've got a set of ham sticks, but that's obviously not where I want to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Steve, I know an antenna guy that gets you a good HF vertical.
I have no idea what you're on about.
He's got this really cool rear bumper mount. It worked great on his station wagon. You should try it.
Actually, I've got a buddy that is gonna mobile mount. It's actually a Comet base station antenna. He's gonna he's that off-road dude that I'm gonna do some videos with, and he's actually got it set so that this is like on a pole that's gonna pivot down on top of his truck. So when he gets to his base camp or whatever, it's just gonna pivot down as a 30-foot mast he's gonna shove up, but it's gonna be permanently mounted on that. That's gonna be kind of interesting to see.
Nice.
Maybe it's either nice or it's going to fall off, one or the other.
Yeah, well, I have a Comet was it SBB5 and antenna on my Jeep, and I love that thing. I had it for like 4 years before I knew it could fold down. I think Ethan told me that it could fold. I'm like, no, it doesn't fold. I've tried. I went out. Damn, it does.
Well, it does fold, but you never fold it back, right? Because it's bent.
Right.
That's like most antennas. It's a one-time folder. Yeah.
But it's 5/4 length, and they have a SBB7. I'm thinking about switching it out for, but that might be a little too much antenna.
Adam is in the chat, K6ARK, and he did a video on a very portable antenna, and I was fortunate that he sent me one. Thank you, Adam, for that. And yep, and Josh has got his right there. So I'm going to go out actually later today and try it out, and I'm excited. You can go and get the build plans on Adam's website, K6ARK Portable Radio, if you want to. And it's according to Mike, he did a couple of poto activations with it and said it was great. It is an end-fed, and it's a toroid that comes right off of the BNC, which is great for portable operating. So can't wait to get some contacts on that antenna.
Yeah, the K6ARK is a work of art, a work of mastery. You look at it and you're like, yep, this guy knows exactly what he knows. He knows exactly
go
what
watch
he's doing.
Go watch that
he's
video.
He's got a build video, right?
Yeah, go watch that video. You're just like, yep.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll be watching that later.
And I still love that Altoids tin radio with the capacitive touch paddle. I probably shouldn't do that on YouTube. Capacitive touch paddle that he's got built into it. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, K6ARK sent me an antenna, but I checked my mail yesterday. It's not here yet. I was hoping to take it with me because I'm leaving town tomorrow, going back to Galveston, but I'll have to catch up with that later. But you guys keep talking it up so much, I'm like, I really want to try this thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can build one before Wednesday when we head out to ours. But if one of the mods, if it's okay with Josh, go ahead and drop K6ARK's website.
Oh yeah,
chat.
please.
Yeah.
K6ARK's in the chat room blushing. We're talking about it.
Adam's a good guy. His soda channel is awesome. I love his soda channel.
Definitely worth a sub.
Yep. His portable channel. He does more than soda, but yeah, he's a good guy.
And they want the Nebula.
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Sorry, I'm typing feverishly.
Yeah, Ethan's dropped a link to his channel there. We're good to go.
Good deal.
I haven't hit the like button yet.
I'm going to say now, I may or may not do my live stream Wednesday. It depends on whether I have internet at the campsite or not. So, if I don't have enough internet to do a live stream, I'll have a premiere ready to go. So that
cool.
That hopefully I have enough bandwidth to at least.
What day are you getting there?
Wednesday.
The 27th.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just know it's Wednesday. I don't keep track of dates anymore now that this is done.
Right.
So,
yeah.
The thing I like about that antenna is the radial attached to it. Comes with a radial already put on.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic when you're, again, my experience, when you're using a 9-to-1 unun type antenna. Really nice to have that. I know everybody says you don't need it, but I found that if you're going to do particularly digital, that's a very helpful thing to have.
How long is the how long is the radial?
I think he said 17 feet.
Oh, you mean the counterpoise?
Sure. You know, somebody gave me a comment on that. It's connected to the other side of that transformer. So would that not be a radial? A counterpoise, as the argument I was told is, a counterpoise is a it's not connected to the antenna necessarily. This is dictionary type definition. It's something that acts as a ground plane, if you will, but it's not connected to the antenna, whereas a radial is. But go ahead, somebody comment on that if you
I don't know. So my understanding was a radial is a radiating element, right? And then the counterpoise acted more of a more like a ground. So like I have a 9-to-1. I have a 9-to-1, and I have I think it's 58-foot, what I would call an element or a radial, and then I have the 17-foot counterpoise on it, and it works pretty well. And then I got a choke behind right at the antenna connection at the feed point on the 9-to-1. I just can't get it high enough in the air.
I definitely have never referred to a radiating element as a radial, though. Those are always.
If I can get a ARK's antenna built before Wednesday, then and I have enough bandwidth for a live stream, you'll see POTA activation live, and I'll show that antenna to you.
Yeah.
See if I can get it done that fast.
You're right, Josh, because you would call it a radio and a receive antenna too, right? So.
Yeah, specifically the other side of the antenna, right? Or let Callum talk to it. I'm sure he's got a comment.
He's probably he's pulling up a diagram right now.
He's gonna bring up his
Field
antenna
plot
modeling
ready.
software.
Yeah.
He's analyzing it.
Carry the
There's
one,
thunder.
carry the other one.
That
42,
jumped there,
42,
Jason.
definitely 42.
Life.
And one thing that I saw that I don't think Adam put it in his video, but he put it on. He used it on my antenna. Is he had spade connectors for the radial and the radiating element. So therefore, if you wanted to change that out and put a longer element out, that you could get on 80 meters. You know, his is 40 through 6 probably. So you could change that out for a longer element and get on 80 meters. And it's just like the little stuff that you do whenever you're building antennas that make all the difference, right? So it's great. I mean, I would have never thought about that on oh well, you got to put the other antenna on. No, it is a quick disconnect for another element. It's great.
Yeah, they're tiny little like automotive
so
spade
small.
connectors, and the wire is, I don't know what kind of coated wire this is, but it's just, man, I wish I had this for the Mount Pacifico activation. This is probably going to go in my bag for all my backpack portable stuff, because that's, why not keep that on you? It weighs nothing.
Adam says 60 through 10, sometimes 80. It's got a 41-foot radiator, and the wire is poly stealth. It is that it's that stuff that you get from what's that? The Wireman.
Oh,
yep.
Wireman antenna, where it's like steel, copper coated.
He says this is a little thinner than the Wireman.
It is
Oh, is
thin.
it thinner? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wasn't it George from Pactena who was talking about getting his wire from Wireman also?
I
yesterday?
Oh, that's
so,
right.
yeah.
That's where I got that. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
you're
a
right.
lot of people. There's a lot of people building antennas that with wire they get from the Wireman. That's some top-notch stuff for sure.
Oh, the big, I knew about it before the show, but to give that to give the nod to Pactena too, that inline choke that he sells, that's pretty slick.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you've dealt with RF getting back into your portable station, that is a nice thing to have on you.
Is that, I'm not familiar with the exact one you're talking about. Is that the one that has a PL259s on both ends? That's heat shrink in the middle.
It's BNC.
Is it
but
BNC? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a big yellow hunkin', toroid with two BNCs on it, and you put that in between on the feed line between the radio and the antenna.
So how does Adam's wire compare to Callum's D10 wire?
DX10. Everybody keeps
DX10.
calling it D10. Yeah.
I'm assuming
the
that Callum's is
DX10 is that
thicker.
old military stuff. Sorry,
Yeah.
Josh.
No, I was gonna say I'm sure Callum's is a bigger gauge because you can handle like legal limit versus this is a QRP, so it's pretty small, pretty thin.
So he's saying it's 26 gauge. Callum, what's yours? 10 gauge?
I don't know. With the jacket, it's just over. Oh, I've got no idea. I'd have to
26 is what
PhD, find a doctor in physics to work it out.
Yeah.
26 is what they use on the Pactena as well, and he said it can handle up to 100.
Really?
Whatever that is.
Yeah, that's what he said on the
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that'll handle 100, but
It's 3 bananas wide.
100. Yeah, when he says that, I wonder if he means 100 watts sideband, or
I'm
if he means
guessing.
100 watts on FT8 might be a different story. So
Right.
100 watts key down.
Well, I gotta run, guys. So thanks again for everything. Really enjoyed the weekend. It was great being working with you guys.
Thanks.
So
for
take
your
care.
help.
yeah,
Thanks,
thanks for
Abe.
the help, Abe.
Have a good one.
Yep,
Hey,
you too.
take it easy. Well done, Smokey.
See ya.
Well done, Smokey.
Well done,
Smokey in the
But everybody calls him Ape. I call him Smokey.
Hey, we had
Great.
Croatia in the house. Take it easy, Leonardo.
I hear that rain now, Frank.
Yeah, it was big Texas drops, man.
Yeah, I
I
heard
was
that.
lucky I was underneath the umbrella, and that lightning strike a minute ago. I saw both of you and I jump.
Well, I heard thunder. It didn't sound like a strike, but it's definitely. And now I hear just steady rain. The big drops are gone. But
Everything's
If I-
bigger in.
Texas.
if I just drop for no reason here in a minute, it's because the power went out. Because my neighborhood sucks as far as power redundancy is going. So, which I should become a real ham radio operator and create a battery backup system, which I'm actually in the middle of doing, but it's not done yet. So.
Well, there's just one cell that's over you, and then south of us down Waco, there is just a cluster of everything.
Oh, okay.
So,
Waco. There's always a cluster in Waco.
I was going to say, can you say Waco and cluster in the same sentence?
Right.
Actually, talking about antenna wire, I wonder if any of these manufacturers have done real tests. You know, continuous key down. They say, oh, it'll probably handle 100 watts, 250. What tests do they actually do?
That's what I would like to know. You know,
it's really interesting.
It's been a while since I looked at this, but I actually looked for like a table or a gauge. I Googled for it. I was like, what wire will handle what power rating? Like if there's some sort of table out there that says 10 gauge wire will do this much power, 12 gauge this much power, 16 gauge this much. I couldn't find it. Again, it's been a long time since I looked for something like that, but I had that question before. I'm like, how do you determine?
I know.
What handles what? I mean, you know.
Well, I didn't know how to do it, so what I did is I just I had almost 1-to-1 SWR on this 20-meter vertical, and I just thought, well, I'll just key down for as long as I dare, really, at maximum smoke, which was about 1600 watts for 65 seconds. And I'm looking through the window with a push switch on my foot switch on my hand. And I could see the temperatures rising on the two tubes. And I thought after 65 seconds, oh, that'll do, you know. I don't know. And that's fairly thin wire. Be interesting to get some QRP wire and smack some real heavy juice through it, see what happens. Good experiment.
Good video.
I'm sure that there's a YouTube video out there.
I was going to say.
Wait a minute.
Let's melt some antennas.
On the idea list. That'd get some views, right?
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for the key down video, Cal.
Yeah. The thing is, we really want some flames. That's what we really want on YouTube. More flames, the better.
Fix
flames
it in the
or
edit.
sparks.
Yeah, add it in the edit. You'll be fine.
I just add it in afterwards. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's on your thumbnail. It's clickbait, right?
That's right. Yeah, you got to give the smoking. Yeah. Very good.
Oh yeah, lots of comments are just flying in.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments here.
It's like reading The Matrix. You have to just observe.
So you've just done, boys, this weekend. When do you think the next one might be?
I thought it was next weekend.
I haven't been reading the Discord chat, but
rumors abound, but everybody was saying November might not be a bad time to do it, but I don't know.
I think that you know. Okay, you guys tell me if this is true in your area. Around the Midwest, pretty much after the first weekend in November, there's not really any Hamfests in this area again until January. Does anyone have a decent-sized Hamfest in November, December near them?
No.
Okay. So it might be a good time. Now, I will say that November, December, the first part of January is hunting season in Texas, and that's generally where I am on the weekends. But if we decide to do something, I don't know if you know, Thanksgiving's a much bigger holiday than Memorial Day is, so I don't know if it would be a good or bad thing to try Thanksgiving weekend. I think that probably most of us are probably got plans with family that weekend, so that may not be good. But like the weekend after that, or perhaps the weekend, I even say like maybe the weekend of like New Year's. I don't know how that would work out.
Didn't you watch Last Man Standing? Thanksgiving Day, we're all on the radio.
That's a good
Not
point.
me. I'm always hosting some kind of event. Holidays are tough. Holiday weekends might be different.
Yeah, holiday weekends might be tough.
And it may not be a bad idea to try to go a weekend just before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I
we
think
might be able to get.
Friday.
We may be able to get some of those vendors to pony up some, you know, some info on Black Friday deals coming, or
that's a good point. That's a good
like that.
yeah. That's a good
good. Yeah.
Yeah, Pacificon
you've
is
got
October
CQ
16th.
World. Sorry, Steve. You've got CQ Worldwide the last weekend in October. You could give them a couple of weeks break and then do something then, maybe middle of November. I don't know. When's Thanksgiving? Because we don't really know anything about that.
The fourth Thursday of
November.
They're saying this is a holiday weekend in the chat. Yeah, it is. And we're
and Andy's
doing our
saying
barbecue.
before Black Friday.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was just saying that Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's are much bigger holidays than Memorial Day is. So,
People start getting real busy for
right. Yeah.
work Christmas parties and junk like that.
Mhm.
So.
Frank, what are you cooking for us for lunch today?
Leftovers.
Oh,
Well, I saw those wings. There ain't
Yep.
many of those left.
The wings. Oh, there's quite a good few left right now, but they'll be eaten up throughout the week.
Just an FYI, the ARL sweepstakes contest is that weekend before Thanksgiving. That's a big contest weekend.
Yeah, we'd want to try to avoid large contests weekend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The weekend before that, I think, is good though.
Weekend before what now?
So I guess it would be the
second weekend or so.
yeah, the 14th, and 15th. I think that might be good because the CW ARL sweepstakes is the. Oh no! Wait a minute. Hang on. I got my line. No, it's November 7th and through the 9th, and sweepstakes single sideband is 21st through the 23rd. Just
And
an
we can
FYI.
always throw that question on the survey too, and
Yeah.
get a little feedback from them and see.
Well, yeah, and the Hamfest does not revolve around contesters, right? It revolves around when we can get vendors and when we decide to do it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, good point.
Well, if you have it during the contest, a lot of people just have it up and stream in the background.
Yeah.
It's true.
Capture the audience.
We could do an hour of contesting on the contest. So
I wonder who might do that.
Well, we can host our own on the air event, right? That's kind of the fun
True.
thing that
Oh,
we
yeah.
threw around that for a little while. So that would be a lot of fun. Just get all of us streaming at the same time and see how many contacts we can make and have some kind of multipliers if you work a YouTuber or something.
And we had to
Hey,
talk in on
that's
14280.
We had talked about that, the YouTubers bunch all going live at one time on everyone's channel. And I think we shut that down pretty quickly, but that was an idea that we had.
a lot of us have viewers that are shared viewers across all the channels. So unless somebody wants to have like 7 tabs open at the same time and mute everybody, right? Because that might be kind of tough. But
That's a tough one to crack there.
right.
Yeah,
So-
I like it though. I like the challenge. We'll figure something
Right.
out. It'll
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. That'll be part of the survey, I think.
Someone just create a script. You click on it, and then it opens up a bunch of tabs. Muted.
I'm getting live text messages here. November, December, and January are usually contests. October would be a great month to do it. That was from Ray Novak. So that's his thought. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's
You
not
picked up
wrong.
the phone. I thought it was Mike's mom calling for a second.
Oh yeah, it was Mike's mom. Yeah.
So we can go ahead and hit Ray Novak up for this icon.
Yeah.
We have a little giveaway for this next one.
That
very good.
is. Well,
Got a
October might
Discount
be doable.
codes.
Yeah.
if
October's
Icom
not
gave away
bad.
a 705, they'd save some money over the big beast they usually give away.
So, or just throw out a little discount. I mean, it's.
I still want to try to get a big boy radio for a giveaway. I'm gonna try. If we can't,
I'm like, don't you have
for
a flex?
For a giveaway, huh?
I was like, don't you have a flex?
Well, no.
He,
For a
he wants
giveaway.
your little wrist walkie-talkies that you got.
Oh yeah, let me go. I'll get them in the mail to you.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against the 705 or 7300. I think that we all probably want one of those, or we'll be getting one of those if we don't have them. But I'd like to see something really beefy that we can give away. And if we can't do it, we can't do it. But I'm gonna try. I'll put it that way. We'll see what they say. I'll reach out to several of the contacts that we spoke with today and yesterday, and
Icom
see who's.
7851.
Yeah, it won't be that big. I'm not going to do a 7851 or a TS990. It won't be one of those, but something. Go ahead, Steve.
I was gonna say, and you could do it where it's not just a random drawing kind of thing. Kind of like a scavenger hunt thing. You watch the streams, you pick up tidbits of something, and then you make your entry. I'd have to work. I do it when I do educational technology conferences, but those are in person.
That's an idea.
It's a little easier in person, but
that's an idea.
If everybody drops a word at some point during their stream, you go through the streams, you pick it up, and then your entry is actually in order, like whatever the keyword sentence is. So
Right.
to win, you have to have the right sentence.
Okay, so do you want 17851 or 10 705s or 1,000 UB5Rs for the giveaway?
Right, guys, I'm bailing out. Okay,
all right.
so thanks very
Callum,
much.
Cal,
See you, Callum.
Thanks, Cal.
Have a good evening.
Everybody. Yeah, and to all the participants that followed all the guys, big thumbs up to you, because if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be able to do this. All right, so all the best, boys.
Thanks, Cal.
Thanks a lot.
Spaz714 likes my treasure hunt idea, so that's my one vote. I'm good.
Yep.
There you go. Yep. So the I think that I forgot where I was going with that, but
the phrase that pays.
Oh, Clark in the chat, as Callum was leaving, asked, DX Commander, I am from the U.S. Which is the best way to order your antenna? You got to go off his website. So check out his website.
Yeah, no problem. He'll ship it to the U.S.
And he ships fast. Well, somebody said, who got it in a day? Wasn't it somebody in this chat?
Mike.
It was Mike.
I
He
think
got
it was Mike.
in a day.
In a day, yeah.
That's
I got
crazy.
mine, and he shipped me one, and it took like 3 days. So, in fact, I emailed him, Josh. I emailed him when I was in the back of your car. We were driving down Pacifico, and I emailed him. I'm like, dude, so everyone's talking about your DX Commander, and he's like, oh, I'll send you one. I'll give you a discount code. So that's when I was like, hey, there it is right there. Click. And I had it like 3 days later in Texas. So it was awesome.
Still not put together. Get on it.
And it's still not put together. No, that's what I was going to say a second ago. If we're going to do a worldwide thing, we need to we'll have to decide what to do about if we do give away a big radio. We'll have to decide what to do, whether we limit the giveaway to only the USA. Because
you're going to ship it, Jason, right?
Yeah, because nobody wants to pay $150 to ship something to Europe. So
I'll pay $150
You can convince
for a
whoever's
$3,000
giving it away
radio.
to drop ship it, kind of thing. You know, if Icon's giving it away,
that's possible.
Whoever,
and they have different
wants to do it.
They have different models for overseas and whatnot. So
takes care of some of that.
Yeah, we could. We'll work. I mean, we'll work it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. That we just need to be aware of it.
John from the chat says a super chat raffle.
Yeah, super stickers. Anybody that uses the jelly bean emoji gets into the 50-50.
Oh boy, I think that we have to check the terms of service.
I think we start breaking YouTube rules there.
I think that's some kind of Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, YouTube at the top of the pyramid.
Right. Yeah, that's right. They got to be on the top.
Get their 30% off the top, so it's really not a 50-50.
Yeah. Right. True.
That's
30,
a good
30,
time
30.
to remind people too. All of us, obviously we appreciate the super chats. They're great. A lot of us, I don't know if all of us yet, have Patreon, and that's another good way to support it because the money is better margins than YouTube. Just calling it as it is. Plus, there's often perks and stuff that we give out for people that are patrons. So think about that.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Well,
someone in the chat asked where Bob was. I think Bob's on the road.
He said he was going to go check out a house.
He was loading the RV yesterday, so he's heading to
house,
Idaho, somewhere way up there.
Boise, outside of Boise.
Find him on the YouTuber's fusion room.
Gonna go farm potatoes.
Well, I don't think I'm going to run much longer because I got to get back to the family and stop dominating the entire house.
Yeah,
but
my wife came in here yesterday.
I do want to say I did get this cleared. Ray is watching, and your comments on the big radio. He said we could do a 7610, a 9700, or a 705. You choose. So
see the 7610 price range of radio is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Now, drop shipping is a bit of an issue. There's some logistics behind that, but that's not a big deal. We can figure something else out.
Yeah.
But
we'll figure it out.
So thanks for watching, Ray. Appreciate that, and all the support.
Yeah,
all the support to all the brands. It's
right.
awesome. You guys were so into it, and what would we? I mean, we could fill the air. I don't doubt that with us just talking because that's what we do.
Sure.
But it was great to have so many brands on and get in there and have a discussion with us. I love the fact that it wasn't just of course we're going to talk about new things, which is kind of the point, but it was a lot of how-tos and interesting kind of applications of things, which what this is all about. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. I'll go around. I mean, I won't go. I won't make you say anything or go in order. But any final thoughts everybody has as we kind of wrap this up here? Because I got to eat.
Yeah, I got to eat too. No, just a really, really big thank you once again. I know we've said this multiple times, but I mean, I can speak for all the channels here. I feel comfortable, and all the channels that were here that are not here on this stream right now. Just we love doing this. We do it to promote amateur radio. Being that's the basic goal. We really do appreciate the super chats and the Patreons, as Josh was just saying. I have both of those things going on as well. It's great to see the growth of everyone's YouTube channel. It's great to see the growth of amateur radio on and off YouTube. It's great to see more YouTube channels growing that have amateur radio as a subject, and this amateur radio growing as a whole throughout the country and all over the world. So a really big thanks to all the people who watched, and the great comments, and the being willing to jump from stream to stream. That worked out really well. And the fact that you guys as the viewers were so supportive and so positive with the comments and so willing to jump around from stream to stream and be here for a day and a half, that's what makes us want to do it again. If we'd had 10 watchers the whole weekend, we probably wouldn't feel that way. But the viewership, participation, and comments, that's what makes us want to do it again. So we're really happy about that for sure.
Yeah. One of the things that I get as I'm driving back from Dayton is I feel energized about amateur radio after I get back from Dayton, right? And I have all of these ideas, and I write them down, and I've got things I want to do, and I saw that, I need to follow up on this. And I hope that has resonated with some of the viewers out there with, even if you didn't not enjoy, but if you weren't that interested in a topic, you got something out of it that you could go and do something else. Or somebody said something even in the chat that said, "Oh, that antenna. Yeah, I've been wanting to research that antenna." And that spurred your curiosity to go do something else. So I'm just hopeful that everyone was able to get something out of it, and you felt better about amateur radio after watching the weekend events. That's why we do it, right? We are here to promote amateur radio. We are here to promote our hobby and get more people involved. And if we did that with a couple of people, we hit our mark.
And they're live forever. So
right.
You go to a Hamfest, it's a whirlwind of forgetting half of the things you hear.
Right.
Literally, there's no joke about that.
Yes.
Now, they're there anytime you want to watch, and the links are all there. You can find whatever you're looking for immediately. So that's another perfect why this is such a good platform for this. So
yeah, there's no such thing as I couldn't make it to that session because I was, now they're all there. So
now they're all there. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say thank you to all the moderators and everyone else behind the scenes that did not have a face on the stream. It was very good work behind the scenes and modding the channels.
So yeah, appreciate it. Y'all rock, man. Dropping links and just keeping up with everything. So.
All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to say thank you and have a good rest of your weekend. Obviously, Memorial Day is tomorrow. Remember what that's for, why it exists, and thank everybody who's been involved in obviously why that exists, our military and everybody else supporting them as well, the family members and everything that goes into that. So, all right. Well, I'm Josh, KI6NAZ. Thank you so much for watching the first YouTubers Hamfest, and again, we'll be on Jason's channel again as the YouTubers Bunch here soon, so make sure to check that out. We're gonna put links in the description for all the channels, so make sure you go support them. Please subscribe, and don't forget the thumbs up. That's still an important thing. It shows you're motivated and engaged by the content. It means a lot. So we appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And 73.
Thanks for being awesome.